Lamarr and welcome to Never Mind the Buzzcocks, the show that says, hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, what first attracted you to the Salvation Army? Our first team captain is Ireland's very own answer to the question, who's that bloke over there? It's Sean Hughes!
Let's get poppin'!
And leading the second team, a man who comes from Essex, so he's the only one here who thinks the set's tastefully understated. It's Phill Jupitus, ladies and gentlemen. Sean's first guest is the drummer with one of the country's hottest bands, Dodgy. He's a singing drummer but swears that's the only similarity between him and Phil Collins. It's Dodgy's Matt Priest. Sean's other guest is one of that small group of bald singing gymnasium owners to name their bands after a Bernard Cribbins record. Please welcome Mike Said Fred's Richard Fairbrass. That's Sean's team, ladies and gentlemen. Phil's first guest sold millions of records around the world with Iron Maiden. He's a historian, a fencer, and the voice of British heavy metal, Bruce Dickinson. Phil's other guest is a comedian and presenter of The Sunday Show, a programme whose ratings have remained high despite stiff competition from Farming Outlook and Morris Dancing Weekly. Please welcome Donna McPhail. That's Phil's team, ladies and gentlemen. We start with a round called Freeze Frame. We show each team the video which accompanied a song, then press the pause button just before something bizarre happens. Our team simply have to tell us what they think happens next. 2 points if you're correct, 1 point if you're close. So Sean, Matt and Richard, your promo comes from 1988 and features Tyneside Popsters' Prefab Sprout.
When she looks at me and laughs, I remind her of the fact I'm the king of rock and roll. Completely up from suede shoes, my baby blues.
Okay, so that was the king of rock and roll, but what happens next?
That geezer in the Calvin Klein's was all right, wasn't he?
You don't care what happens next.
I don't really care. I'm not really interested in what happens before that or after that. You know what I mean?
Richard, that wasn't a bloke.
It wasn't a bloke.
That was Michelle Smith, the Irish swimmer, and she doesn't take steroids.
What happened next was they probably made one more album, then the career nosedived.
They were drinking lots of those fancy cocktails. You know, they go for a swim and all die puking up on their own vomit.
Perhaps that's what's happened.
Yeah,
Perhaps Brian Jones bobs past.
Yeah.
Do they all put on hats? Because that's what pop stars do these days.
He thinks he knows the answer.
I think it's a big sort of walking hot dog appears, and then some kind of shenanigans happens with a big walking hot dog.
Huge
thing.
walking hot dog.
A hot dog and
I'm a happy
shenanigans.
man.
Well, let's see what actually happened.
Up from suede shoes, my baby blues.
Yes!
You see the 3 hot dogs. Coming up, we've got the Dancing Frog. And for Richard, there's top male model Albert Kirky. The video shows all the trappings of a successful rock star, the swimming pool, the beautiful women, and of course the huge amphibian dressed as a butler. Either that, or a crappy bed-sitting tootin' and a big stash of acid. Of course, the real king of rock and roll was Elvis, a man to whom huge dancing hot dogs were a common sight, and probably his breakfast. Phill, Bruce and Donna, it's the Rolling Stones for you, and She Was Hot. Promo for She Was Hot, but what's about to happen?
Does she burst into the office and do Charlie?
Again, beautiful thought, but not...
An old guy comes in and parks his bicycle in the crack of her arse.
Do you think that's the lady in red that Christy Burr sang about? Because she seems... I don't think he'd sing about her like that if he knew she was bouncing around on appliances.
Yes.
breathing fire. He didn't mention that in the song. The lady in red is dancing with me. He didn't say the lady in red has a flamethrower for a gob. And
We think that Mick Jagger actually sticked his head out of her arse like the alien in Chestburster. And then she runs around the room, whereupon her stockings catch fire, and it goes up, all the way up, and then her arse explodes.
I love the alien link, like Sigourney Weaver would have had Mick Jagger firing out of her arse.
Does she light a fart?
No, well...
I'll tell you what, this is a nice idea. Why don't we see what happened?
All right.
That'd be
She got it right!
She didn't like it.
No, Charlie
somebody
did it. Charlie did it.
Yeah, what happened was the model leaning on the television set farts fire. A drastic end to arse hair misery. Mick Jagger's wife, Jerry Hall, said that for a happy marriage, a woman should be a cook in the kitchen, a whore in the bedroom, and a Bunsen burner in the living room. So, at the end of that round, Phil's team, I'm afraid, no points, but Sean's team, 3.
Thank you.
Thank you. Round 2 is our intros round. Each captain and a pop guest will imitate the introductions of well-known songs using sounds but no words, while the third member of the team tries to figure out what the songs are. For instance, if I went, you'd know I was either doing the intro to Laurie Anderson's Oh Superman or doing an impression of John Major having an orgasm. Phill and Bruce, you'll be performing to Donna, and here's your list of songs. There you go. Each team has 4 intros to perform, and there's a point for each one you get right.
All right.
back to back.
Got it,
Right,
got it.
okay. 1, 2,
3, 4.
Da-dang, da-dang, da-dang.
ABBA, Dancing Queen.
Yes!
Duggity doing, duggity doing, duggity doing, duggity doing. Dagga dagga dagga.
Donna, I've got the song written down here and I don't recognise
I can't sing. It's by that group.
I'm going to pass it over.
Down, down.
It is down, down.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, well done.
Watch us.
All right,
Okay, we got it. Right.
Oh. Nice touch.
I'm going to sing the whole song to the chorus.
Get to the chorus, to the chorus.
Darling, something rather.
don't follow this.
What's the word? Yeah, what is the word?
No, I'm going to have to pass it over, I'm afraid.
It's reach out. I'll be there.
Bye. The 4 tops. And finally,
Okay. All right. Right. Is Beethoven technically a pop artist? I mean...
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, that's not it. No.
Oh! Dun dun dun
No,
dun.
Bruce, follow me. I know you're in The Maiden, but steady. Ding 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 ding
He sure knows how to rock, doesn't he? You know what it is, Donna?
I think it's going to frighten the shit out of me. I don't know what it's called.
I'll have to pass it over, it's a very easy one.
Is it You're Twisting My Melon?
Step on.
That is the lyric, but yeah, step on by the Happy Monday, so well done there. Only 1 point for you. The answers were Down Down by Status Quo, Dancing Queen by ABBA, who comprised Agnetha, Benny, Bjorn and Annifrid and took their name from their initials. 4 English singers tried to repeat ABBA's success, but unfortunately William, Annie, Nigel and Keith Yes, I said William, Annie, Nigel and Keith couldn't think of a name. Agnetha eventually left ABBA. They replaced her with Ursula and formed Abu, who went on a spree of terror and destruction throughout the Middle East. The other answers were Reach Out, I'll Be There by the Four Tops and Step On by Shaun Ryder and the Happy Mondays. Shaun is an ex-post office worker who sang with the Happy Mondays and in 1993 formed Black Grape. So, Shaun, if you're watching, that's what you've been up to.
Shaun and Richie. Shaun and Richie, there's 4 insights for you.
And you'll be making strange noises in the direction of Matt for these.
Motivation. Oh, yes, 500 quid, that's what it was.
Or as you call it, 2 little boys.
I've kissed girls too, you know. I have.
Not the same way, perhaps.
Wasn't too keen, but I have done it.
Do you know what? Let's do a pop quiz while we're here.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Baker Street.
Absolutely.
It is Baker Street by
Jerry Rafferty.
1 point to you.
I reckon that'll be those old boys Blur and Park Life. I reckon.
Yeah, another point there.
Hey, hey. Ready, Maestro?
Yeah.
The whack-yaka, whack-yaka, ba-da-da-da,
Gary Glitter.
Hey.
And I love you, love me, love,
Hey, hey,
hey, love, all love.
Another point.
Waggle, 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 waggle. Just fun. Waggle, 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 waggle. Waggle, 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 waggle.
You know what it is, Matt? I'm going to have to pass it over.
No, I don't know.
How soon is now?
Actually, let's hear How Soon Is Now by the Smiths, just so people can remember.
See, waggle, 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 waggle.
So the answers were Park Life by Blur, Baker Street by Jerry Rafferty, and in fact there was a rumour going around at one point that the sax solo on Baker Street was played by Bob Holness, which of course is ridiculous. He was playing bass for the Snivelling Shits at the time. We also had I Love You, Love Me, Love by Gary Glitter and How Soon Is Now by the Smiths. One of the Smiths' biggest hits was Girlfriend in a Coma, the moving story of a girl who finally comes out of a coma when doctors stop playing her Smiths records. At the end of that round, Phil's team only 3, but Shaun's have a magnificent 9. Well done,
I must admit, that threw me.
Our next round is called Indecipherable Lyrics and is dedicated to anyone who's ever sung along to a song without really knowing what the words are. The Pogues through most of their career, for instance. We play each team part of a hit song in which the words are less than clear, and what we want to know is, what is the singer actually singing? 2 points for a totally correct answer, 1 for a near miss, and nothing for the pathetic mumbles I'm expecting. So, Phil's team, it's Elvis Costello, and Pump It Up for you, but what exactly is he singing? So, that was the Boy McManus and the Attractions, but what were the words?
Well, the last bit was Pump It Up.
No.
I think maybe he was in a rush to finish the album. Maybe that was it. The executives came in and said, Elvis, you've only done 11 tracks. We need a dozen. And so he took the Attractions in, which is a strange name, bearing in mind they're all ugly as sin, and then burst into the studio and just... he was singing in the club style, Mark. You're familiar with that? People think he's a genius. You can get away with that. It's like Dylan. It's the same thing with Dylan. Hey, 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 hey. It's like someone hoovering, for God's sake.
Bruce. I've been a doo-doo head.
Never seen a hamster eating up my Tootsie Roll, living in my Wookiee hole. She
What exactly is a Wookiee hole, Bruce?
Well,
I've never seen that version of Star Wars.
He knows what it's she said that's that. I don't want your poxy flat. Duty did a little bit of duty on the slag.
Elvis Costello, known for the line "Duty on the slag." Let's hear you singing that.
Sing it over the video. Oh, here we go.
Been on tenterhooks, dirty in dirty looks. Listen to the music, thinking about this and that. She says that's that. I don't want to chitter chat. Turn it down a little bit, I turn it down flat. Pump it up, go.
Absolutely fantastic. The words are, I've been on tenterhooks, heading in dirty looks, just listening to the music, thinking about this and that. She said that's that. I don't want to chitter chat. Turn it down a little bit, I turn it down flat. So 2 full points to you there. Elvis recorded that song in 1978, which sadly was the year his marriage broke up. Apparently his wife didn't understand him. So, Sean's team, it's funk heaven for you. Earth, Wind and Fire and the Emotions, singing Boogie Wonderland, but what are the rest of the words?
I had a lot of trouble concentrating because I thought it was Mick Johnson from Brookside.
I actually couldn't quite hear the words there because that shirt was so loud.
Apparently the stylist left that day. I mean, styled them and left.
And started working with you.
I never happened to work in a fight.
Perhaps I got a job with the Rolling Stones, lighting that bird's eye. Wind and Fire, you see, Mark?
I've got a rough idea. Shall I sing along with it?
As that's the basis of this round, I would very much enjoy that.
I love you and I want you to know that.
Stop trying to chat me up and get on with your work.
I felt a faint stirring there, what can I say?
OK, we'll sing along with the video now.
Midnight creeps so slowly into other men who need more than they know. Well, whatever that bit there. A woman who needs more than any man.
The actual words are, midnight creeps so slowly into hearts of men who need more than they get. Daylight deals a bad hand to a woman who has laid too many bets. So, that's 1 point to you. That was Boogie Wonderland, which is just off the North Circular next to World of Leather. The band's stage costumes were so valuable that they were forced to take out a special insurance policy. Earth, Wind, Fire and Theft. So, at the end of that round, we have Phil's team with a meagre 5 and Sean's team with 10. Our next round is the ID parade, in which we ask the teams to pick famous pop faces from the past out of a lineup. Phil's team, your task is to identify our 2 members of the great and glorious Glitter Band. And here for the audience only are Gary's Boys singing one of their 6 top 10 hits just for you back in 1974. The pair we want Phil's team to pick out are singer Jerry Shepherd and drummer Peter Phipps. To choose from, but only 2 of them considered Mr. Glitter to be the leader of their gang. So, for 2 points, which ones are Jerry and Peter?
Hang on, I've got one. Did you miss me?
Number 3 looks like somebody's dad, so it can't be him. He's somebody's dad.
Yeah, because they're very young, aren't they, the Glitter Band?
I think it's number 1 and number 4 or something.
All right, well, let's see. Well, the real...
What do you think?
Yep.
Oh,
number 1, number 4, which will we go for?
We're losing anyway, I couldn't give a monkey.
Yeah.
So let's see, would the real Jerry Shepherd and Peter Phipps please make themselves known? I thought so. Oh! 2 and number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Shepherd and Peter Phipps. Sean's team, if you ever lay awake at night wondering whatever happened to mid-80s keyboard wizard Paul Hardcastle of 19 fame, from now on you can sleep easy because he's here with us tonight. And here to remind the audience, the teams obviously can't see this, is Paul as he was in 1985.
Vietnam, he was 19. Vietnam, he was 19. 19. The heavy fighting of the past 2 weeks continued today, 25 miles northwest of Saigon.
I wasn't really sure what was going on.
19.
So that was then, but what about now? 5 suspects, but only one of them sold billions of Vietnam-based records. So for 2 points, which one is the real Paul Hardcastle?
I think it's number 2, actually.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because...
That's Paul Hardcastle.
I mean...
That's why.
All right, well, let's see. Would the real Paul Hardcastle please step forward?
Yeah, she is.
You're absolutely right. 2 points. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Hardcastle. Paul now lives in America, where he recently sold over 1 million records, and what a car boot sale that was. Which means at the end of that round, Phil's team 6 points and Sean's team have 12. The early 80s was a great time for lovers of dance, as it saw the disappearance from Top of the Pops of Pan's People, Legs & Co. and the other lot with the blokes in. This round is our way of saying thank you and goodbye to the hoopers from hell. We'll show each team a dance routine without the music, and from the dance alone, using only the choreographer's sadly literal sense of imagery, the teams have to guess what song is being danced to. So, 2 points for my answer, and Sean's team, what song are Legs & Co. hooping to death here?
Oh, where did you go to, my lovely?
Right, it's obviously very sad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, someone's dead?
Yep.
Someone's dead.
Right. Ooh, boo, wake up.
No, this definitely is One to the Hills, Iron Maiden.
Motorway cones have got...
New Rose by the Damned.
She's dead.
Red Rose Rider.
That's not much of a wreath to give the poor
And that's
woman, is it?
no.
One bloody rose.
OK, so what's your guess?
Well, it's very sad, and it's at night. It's got a kind of tragic quality.
We think it was the Bee Gees.
Yes, we do.
Because it was always a band like them. It's either the Bee Gees or Chicago. Because it's sad, Tragedy by the Bee Gees.
Tragedy by the Bee Gees.
Yes.
Well, let's see if you're correct.
Well done.
Yes, that was the Bee Gees hit Tragedy, so 2 points for you. Phil's team, it's Legs & Co. again for you, but what's the song?
That's one of those new minimum security prisons, isn't it? Good eye acting, lovely. Is he free Nelson Mandela, Mark?
What are you going for?
What do you reckon?
Sure, Lick My Love Pump, I think, was one of the... Rubber Bullets? 10cc or
What?
Stand and Deliver?
Hands up, baby,
Hands up. We think it's hands up.
No, we don't. No.
Is it?
Or
Bank Robber by the Clash.
Oh.
Well, let's see if you're right.
You might be wrong.
It was Bank Robber by the Clash, 2 points there.
Well, done that now. You got to keep yourself now. Keep your point. I don't want points for that.
That's what they get for not appearing on Top of the Pops.
Oh,
It's their own fault.
Legs & Co. later became Legs PLC, were brought out by a French company and are now regulated by Off-Leg. At the end of that round, Phil's team have 8 points and Sean's have 14. Our final round is called Next Lines, and there's a lot of points on offer on this one. I'll be quoting lines from well-known songs to each team, and all they have to do is tell me what the next line of the lyric is. 1 point for each correct answer. They have 90 seconds to get as many as they can, and the team in the lead goes first. So that's Sean's team, and your 90 seconds starts now. Giant steps are what you take.
Walking on the moon.
The history book on the shelf.
Don't read it.
It's always repeating itself, Abba of Waterloo. Why don't you all
Piss it. Fade away.
Fade away. That's neat, that's neat, that's neat, that's neat.
I really love your take of thing.
Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much.
Well, you should have read that history book.
Oh, shut up!
We don't have to take our clothes off.
It's having a good time.
Planet Earth is blue.
There's nothing else to do.
Yep, nothing I can. I'll give you that. Grandma, we love you.
Grandma, we do.
Bring your daughter
to the slaughter!
Yep. Knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me.
Not 3 times on the pipe if you're...
Gay.
Slowly walking down the hall.
Faster than a cannonball.
Just too good to be true.
Can't take my eyes off you.
You're just like heaven to touch.
I want you so much.
I want to hold you so much. See me in me pants and ting.
Now you're talking, Mark.
That's the whole lyric to that song.
See me in my pants and ting.
Too late. Every time you go away...
I'll write to you.
Take a piece of meat with you.
Standing in the dock at Southampton.
You've got a chance now, Phil.
At the end of that round, Sean's team have 25, which means Phil's team only have to get 18 points to win.
That's good, that was. Well done.
Right, so your 90 seconds start now. Thunderbolt and lightning.
Very, very frightening.
So you call me Mr. Bombastic?
They call me Mr. Fantastic.
Yep, that's the way.
I like it.
If you want to be my lover?
Be my friend.
From Soho down to Brighton.
I played the song.
I must have played them all, I'll give you that. You can tell by the way I use my walk.
I'm a woman's man.
No time to talk.
Yep. Where are we all coming from?
Where are we all going to?
Well, leave it.
From Smith Lane, where we belong.
Where we belong. War. Yep. Hey, fatty bum bum.
Sweet sugar dumpling.
Sign your name across my heart.
All right then.
Come on, baby, let's start anew. Wake it up, it's hard to do, the Partridge Family. Love in an elevator.
Living in an elevator, living it up, going down.
Rocket there, Bruce. Deeply dippy, I'm your Superman.
Don't explain, you're my Lois Lane.
As good as we've ever heard it, they say that cat Shaft is a bad mother.
Shut your mouth.
Yep. She's a long-legged woman dressed in black.
It should wear.
Dressed in black, dressed in black, dressed in black, black, black.
He lives in a house.
A very nice house in the country.
That's me in the corner.
That's me on the stage.
No, that's me in the spotlight. Wow. Which means at the end of that, Phil's team have a magnificent 23, but Sean's team have 25. So, thanks to both our teams, you've been watching Never Mind the Buzzcocks.
Till the next time, thank you.
I've been Mark Lamarr. Good night.
A day in the life of Alan Partridge. Stay tuned for new comedy next on BBC Two.